Who has a problem, Appa? Hey, okay, then let's get started finally. So basically, floating point, when we are talking about, only two data types are there. What are those? To store numbers with decimal. So what are these two data types? I expect responses to be keep coming, guys. Float and double. Basically, two data types are there, and everything is same except float size is 4, double size is 8. I mean, there is a size difference. One, apart from that, what other difference is there? If I need to tell, there is something called precision. Precision means number of digits after the decimals. Number of digits after the decimal. So in case of float, usually, I mean, this vary from one virtual machine, one JVM version to another JVM version, platform to platform. This differ. Usually, it is 5 to 6 digit in float. In double, it is 14 to 15 digits are there. One main difference. Approach, this is called single precision, where less number of digits are there. Simple. This is called double precision. And size wise, this is 4 byte in bits. So double will be 8 bytes and 64 bits. Simple. Range, as of now, you are not getting it because of this exponential E38 and so on. Wait for a few days. I'll be able to help you with that when I discuss about the floating values. When you understand the values better, then you will be able to understand the data type. And that is the reason I'm quickly jumping to the next topic, our added literals values called. Okay, sure. Moving forward, if you need to see what's next, Boolean. And there is nothing called size with respect to Boolean. Size itself is not applicable for any Boolean data types. I mean, Boolean is the only data type where there is no concept of size at all. Agree? And Boolean values, what I mean, depends on virtual machine because it is not fixed. And what are the possible values? Are the range is not there because two possible values are true and false. This is something you already know it, so I'm not spending much time on it. What is there else? What is the combination? Can I put up in a Boolean variable? Can I put a number? No. Can I put a string? No. We know these things very well. Hope you are comfortable. So let's make a progress. And by the way, what do you think? If I say Boolean B equal to true, would this work? Obviously, will it work? There is no problem, right? Okay. How about this one? False also works. These are the only two values which are acceptable as the Boolean data. Agree? What if I say in C, C++, 0 means false, but not in Java. Strictly in Java, Boolean means only two possible values, true or false. If you put 0, error will come. What is the error? Read. Int cannot be converted to Boolean. And we do understand why these errors are coming very well now. We are pretty much comfortable with the errors. Correct. Let's make a progress. Then what if I try to put something as a double quotes? Whenever I put something within the pair of double quote, that becomes a string in Java, and Boolean is not compatible to hold string. These discussions already happened. Okay. Error same. String cannot be converted to Boolean. Agree? What about this one? Capital T. Nah. It should be always lowercase true, lowercase false, this way. If you write anything like this, then 3 errors will come. I mean, cannot find symbol basically. Of course, because this true doesn't have any predefined meaning. Are you getting my point? Keywords, true and false in lowercase, they have a specific meaning as a Boolean values. Agree? Okay, sir. So, shall I practically implement? Once. Okay, class Boolean, Boolean data type demo, and inside this I will say public static void main string array of args, and within this I will say what? Boolean b is equal to, first let me try the actual values. Does it work or not? And we do very well understand, of course it will work. If I want to print system.out.print of b and semicolon, let me say with the double quotes, within the pair of double quotes, our sys bash 3, right? Okay, then let me open into cmd. Here I will say Java C Boolean data type demo. Agree? Let me hit enter. Compilation is successful because valid values are kept. If I give a execution command, works fine. If it is working for true, let's try for let me quickly compile as well as execute. These both values works fine. What if I try to put any other data apart from this? Say any numeric value, 0, 10. In this case, error will come. Incompatible types. Int cannot be converted to Boolean. Okay, sir. What if I try to give some data with decimal? Then will it work? Will it work? Error is incompatible types. Float. Double cannot be converted to Boolean because for any decimal value, default data type is double. Am I right? And do you understand why these errors are coming? Very well. Apart from this, I can have what? String, whatever value you put, doesn't matter, right? String cannot be converted to Boolean. Or if I try to put, say, some value suffixed with L, any value suffixed with L will be treated as long. What if I try to do with the long? Will this work? Long cannot be converted to Boolean. Now, if I try with F, then incompatible types, float cannot be converted to Boolean. And people, those who are attending from initial days, can I say by now you are pretty much pro with these errors? If these errors comes, that issue is not there, right? You can easily fix these issues. Do you understand? That much confidence is there? How about online folks? Are you all comfortable? Those who are attending from the day one, I'm asking. Very good, Sanjay, Suhas. Others? Faster response. Arun? Good, Vidya? Harshita, good. Okay. Fine. Let's move further now. Now, what's next, sir? Boolean is done. Next data type, what we have is a char data type. And we have still that question left over. Why char is being considered as an integral data type, in Boolean numeric data type? You remember when we have done the classification of primitive data types, few of them are numeric, one was non-numeric. Which one? Perfect. Which one? Boolean was a non-numeric value, rest all of them are numeric. And we had a confusion, how come char is becoming numeric, right? Matter of couple of days, I'll discuss about character values. That time you will understand why char is being considered as a numeric data type rather than the non-numeric data type. Okay, now that one question we have kept over there. Fine. Moving forward, size is 2 by 16 bits. Range is very important. I mean, every range is different than char range. Boolean does not even have a concept of range. Two possible values are there. Remaining data types, everywhere range is there, including char also there is a range. But if you see all the other data types except Boolean, remaining 6 data types which you see, everywhere range was starting with a negative number. You remember? First negative number, then the maximum positive number. Agree? In char, range will always start from 0. 0. Range will start from 0 to 65535. Why it is not starting with negative? When I discuss about character values, then only you'll be able to understand. Even if I explain, that will go bounce. But for time being, I can give you a small task. You need to help me understand, apart from full form, what is ASCII. Perfect. I expect you to come up with an answer. What is ASCII all about? ASCII. Why it is like this confusion this guy also has. Why there is a range starting from 0, why not minus? Even this guy is having confusion. We do have it. Let me discuss about the character values, then you will be understanding the data types better. And it's not like I am not discussing, oh, he himself doesn't. No, wait, couple of days we will address everything. Okay, chaliye. Moving to the next basic summary of whatever we have done so far till now. Whatever data types we have learned, quick summary. Total data types, if I need to tell, 8: byte, short, int, long, float, double, boolean, char. Am I right? Okay, sir. And for these data types, there is a concept called size. For byte, 1, short, 2 byte, int, long, 8 bytes, float, 4 bytes, double, 8 byte, boolean, not applicable, char, 2 bytes size. Agree? And can you see biggest data types are either long or double? Am I clear? Okay. Next, if I need to say range, I hope you are comfortable with the range. At least till int, and char. Byte minus 128 to 127. Okay. Then short minus 32768. 32768. Negative value is always a bigger one. Minus 32768 to 32767. Done. Similarly for int, minus 21, 47, 48, 36, 48 to positive 21, 47, 48. There is a positive sign should be there. Oops. Sorry, typo is there. That's all. Allah. Now better. Okay. Long we don't care. Float, double, and boolean is not there. Char 0, 65535 is the values are. Am I right? Okay. Focus now. Next, if I need to say, now there is a concept called wrapper classes. If you would have seen, there are few commands we have been using: java p, java.lang. And so on. You remember? Or capital I for integer, capital L for long. You remember? These are called classes. So what they have done, in order to represent all these primitive data types, all the primitive data as part of an object, because Java is pure object-oriented programming language. Am I clear? Not pure exactly, I would say fully object-oriented programming language. So everything they have tried to represent as part of the object. Now, what is object? We yet not came to that. Once we understand data and the values pretty well, then we will move forward with basic control constructs where we build if-else logics and all. Then I'll come to the objects. That time you will understand why they have created one class for every primitive data type. So if byte is a primitive data type, for byte, they have created one class called byte, where B is capital, integer, and character. These are the different full names are there. Rest everywhere byte, short, long, float, double, boolean. Up first initial alphabet is uppercase. Rest how everything is same except integer, because in primitive we say int. For character we say char. That's the only difference. Rest everything is same. Agree? One. And for every data, there are few concepts will be coming when we discuss about objects. That time there is something called default values. A concept of default values will come when we understand objects. Whenever you create an object, if you have kept a integer data, then what is a default value? For those, I'm telling you now, we will discuss at the time of objects. As of now, I'm just giving you what next topics are gonna come. Am I clear? We will deep dive and discuss all the whatever is list over, everything will discuss. Nothing I'll skip it. Is that clear? Now, there is a concept called default values. For all the numeric data type, default values is 0 only. If it is a non-decimal value, 0 is the value. If a decimal value, 0. Wow. 0.0. Hey Bhagwan. Default, by default, if I am not giving value, 0.0 for decimal values. For non-decimal values, 0. Am I clear? Pay attention. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.0, 0.0. Boolean false is the value. Agree? For char, there is nothing called default value. Agree? This is basically we have completed so far as part of our last few sessions. Agree? Online folks, if these things are going quite rocket science for you, those who are joining for first day, ensure you get previous lectures, last couple of lectures. If you watch it, I'm sure whatever is list over right now on screen, you will understand every single thing, provided you listen actively and practice along with us. Okay, so this is what we have done so far, progress as part of our last week discussion. Agree? Shall I make progress further? Next topic. Literals is nothing but values what we are gonna use now. Till now we understood the data types. Now in this data type, what possible values are there? Combination on values are there. Once you understand the values pretty well, then the entire concept of data types will be 100% clear. As of now, we have got the overview. Okay, if numeric data is there, decimal is not there, then this type of these 4 applicable. If decimal is there, these 2 values are there. Agree now? That overview you got it. Now let me deep dive and discuss all the combination about the values as well. Then 100% handshake will be. You'll understand the whole concept. Shall I proceed? Okay, sir. Making progress with literals. Nothing but a constant value which will be assigned to a variable. Louder, literals means constant value assigned to a variable. Agree? Okay. Moving forward. In this case, what is literal? Int I equal to 10. If I say what is literal, what is the value over here? 10 is the value, right? What value I'm trying to store? Value means number. As of now, integer holds number, right? What value I'm trying to store? 10. So what is the literal over here? What is the value? Constant value means literals. So in this statement, what is the literal? 10 is the literal. Agree? Whereas int is a data type. I is a variable. Agree? Int is a data type, also is a keyword. Predefined meaning is there. Hope you remember. I is a variable, also an identifier. What is mean identifier? Name of a variable. Agree? You remember? Sure. Okay. Then can I say this int is data type as well as keyword. Why keyword? Because compiler has predefined meaning of this word int. And int defines the type of the data it should be holding it. Agree? Similarly, if I need to ask the next thing, I is a variable. Since it is a variable, it has to some name. It has to have some name. And any name in Java is nothing but called identifier. This discussion also we have done. Data type, keyword, variable, identifier. This we have done it. Next, what we are going to discuss is constant value or called literal. This is what we are going to discuss. Are you with me? So can I say LHS part? LHS part, you understand? Int I. This is very much clear to us. If I write int, that means 4 bytes of space will be reserved in the memory. Agree? And those 4 bytes memory location name, if I need to give, what is that name? I, identifier I. Agree? Now we need to understand the more about values. Agree? Chal, let's progress. So different type of values. Literals, whenever I'm saying literals, I'm talking about values. Literal is a nothing but a more technical term with respect to programming. In general language, what we call value is nothing but a literal here. Am I okay? When I say integer value or integral literal, don't you think I'm actually talking about numbers? Those who do not have integer numbers means what? That is what I'm asking. Yeah, you what's wrong with you all today? You had breakfast? Pakka? No, na? Who didn't have breakfast? Somebody said no in between. Veg rice, veg fried rice. Pay attention, guys. A little more activeness I want as compared to yesterday. I am going little faster. I do understand, but since we have to make a good progress, and I am sure you are comfortable by now. All of you are. That's why. And I need an active response from each one. Okay, a little energetic. So when I say integral literals, don't you think I'm talking about the numbers, those who do not have decimal in it? Agree? So how many data types are there, sir? We'll see. By the way, nothing but a definition of the literals. By the way, byte, short, int, long. These 4 are considered to be integral literals. Integral literals means these are the 4 data types which are meant to hold numbers as values, those who do not have decimal in it. Agree? This is what we had been learning. Okay, these are called integral literals. If I need to tell decimal, this decimal means number format. You remember? Binary, octal, decimal, and next is louder. All engineering graduates. Binary, octal, decimal, and hexadecimal. For binary, base is base 2. For octal, base 8, 10, 8. For decimal, 10. For hexadecimal, this is something I expect you to know since you are not a COVID batch. Okay, na? Okay. One more thing. Whenever till now, if you would have seen, whenever I have been trying to store the values which I had been trying to store till now, they were always in the form of decimal. I have always stored the decimal values only. But if you want, you can store the binary, octal, as well as hexadecimal. Am I clear? Shall I proceed? Of course, we will not put binary. Unnecessary 0-1 combination is there. I'm talking about decimal, hexadecimal, and octal. Shall I proceed? Decimal values means base 10 and digits. Whatever possible number of digits are possible, they are 0 to 9. This is also well known to you people. Done na? Moving forward. So in this way, how to represent the decimal values in Java? You write default format of storing numbers is nothing but a decimal format. Number system I'm talking. By default, decimal is there. Agree? But apart from decimal, if I need to say octal, base will be 8 and number will be 0 to 7. This is also known to us. If I need to represent a number in octal format, then same is there, no? See, in decimal also int I equal to 10. In octal also int I equal to 10. Then Those who said no, yes, yeah, try. It might be right answer, man. No problem. Give a try. If I need to represent an octal number in Java, what do I do? 8 is not acceptable. Appa 0 to 7 is there, na? Listen, we need to prefix. Listen, we need to prefix. This is 0, not O, because while typing it may look like O, right? So any number in Java, any value, any integral literal or integer number. I repeat, in Java, any integer number which start with 0, they are stored in an octal format. Am I correct? Any number, only integer numbers I'm talking, not the decimal. These decimal, octal, hexadecimal supported in the case of integer numbers only. Am I clear? I repeat, if any number which starts with 0 and does not have a decimal, that means it is a octal number. Am I clear? Everybody clear? Okay, sir. Now, hexadecimal base will be 16. 0 to 9. A to F. ಯಾವ engineering college ಅಮ್ಮ ನಿಮ್ದು? ಯಾವ engineering college? ಬರ್ಲಾ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ಗೆ? 0 to 15 ಅಂತ? Absolutely not 0 to 15. Total 16 values are allowed, where numeric are 0 to 9, alphabetic are A to F. Agree? So that way it becomes total 16 values. Agree? Uppercase, lowercase, both are acceptable. In this case, there is no case sensitivity. Agree? We'll see the combinations as well. Next, if I need to represent hexadecimal, then prefix with 0x. 0x. If I prefix 0, then octal. 0, capital X or lowercase x. Here case insensitivity. Okay. Both the meaning are hexadecimal values are there. I'm talking specifically values, those who do not have decimal. If you start with 0, octal. If you start with 0x, then it is a hexadecimal. Am I clear? Shall I proceed? And moving forward, in Java, there is no concept of pointers. You understand? There is a beautiful topic, pointers in. Hey, hello, C. In C, you might have heard pointers, right, for first time. That concept itself is not there in Java. Don't worry, because pointers is something irritated a lot in our first year, right? During C programming, that concept is not there. Java never exposed their memory management to the developers for security reasons. If you have access to the direct access to the memory, you may play around with the data. So Java has never allowed developers to have the physical addresses. Agree? Rather, they give a hash code value. For a physical address, they'll give a hash code. We will discuss that. But whenever you need to find any value you kept in memory, variable or an object, I want to get the physical address. In that case, hash code we will use. Rather, hash code is a hexadecimal representation of the actual physical memory address. Hope you understand. Physical address in RAM, somewhere that value will be stored in the RAM, right? That cell number, some memory location will be there. Agree? We are not exactly sure about, because we get a hexadecimal representation which is encoded also. Agree? At that time, this hexadecimal values come. Why am I telling you? These things will be used in future. So I'm giving you glimpse. If something is hexadecimal value, means 0x will be there. Any octal value means 0, starting with 0. Agree? Nothing much. And don't tell me I don't know octal, hexadecimal and all. You all are pretty pro in these things. Now I am expecting it. Are you really pro? Sure, not pro. Leave it. You try to answer this. These values. You need to think and tell me, is it a valid or invalid representation of integer numbers in Java or not? Can I say int I equal to 10? Of course, no problem. There is no problem in that case. What about next one? Of course, valid, right? Let's check. I mean, let's not be too overconfident, right? mm, integral, literal, demo. And no talking in between the class. Both of you, I'll make you sit one in east, one in west. Strict. Outside the class, you discuss whatever you. Public, static, void, main, string, array of args. Inside this, what is the first thing we wrote? Int I is equal to 10. Then system dot out dot print of I. And let me save this code. Dot Java. And where is the command prompt? Let me clear the screen. I hope this is pretty much visible to you. Okay. When I see Java C integral demo.java, compilation is successful. When I execute, works fine. No problem. This is very well known to us. Next, what is that? 0, 78. Pop. Will this work? Will this work or not? 78 is in the range. 78 is it in the range of integer? 78. Is it in the range? Then it should work. Am I right, Lalima? Chalo, somebody caught it. 2 minutes back, we were discussing any number which does not have a decimal and start with 0. Octal. Octal numbers range start from 0 to. Then what is this? Is it in the range of octal numbers? This is where the error will come. Let's check it. Let me make it 0, 78. Agree? What do you think? Will it compile? Nah, because if you are started putting any value which does not have a decimal and start with 0, then this is 0 is the representation of octal number. In octal number, maximum digit allowed is 7. What is this? 8. Well, doesn't understand, right? It is out of the range. Agree? Am I clear? See, looks so innocent, right? This code looks so. If somebody asks an interview, can I put what is the range of integer? You say 21, 47. Okay, okay, good. Can I put 0, 78? Yeah, of course. Out. MCQ question, you understand? When you go for written, I mean, any interview, when you go, first initial round is always a written test, majority of the time. After aptitude, few people conduct aptitude, then they conduct one MCQ round where they'll give you one piece of program. You need to analyze the piece of program and tell me option A, B, C, D. Agree? This code, will it work? Take and move forward. Not a single nanosecond will think, oh, 78 is the range. Tuck. Anna, 0 is there. 0 means octal number. What is this? Invalid octal number. 8 is not there. 0 to 7 in number you put, that is allowed. Agree? Shall I practically check now? See? Integer number, 2 large. And suppose somebody who has no idea that a number starting with 0 is a octal number. If they look, one more thing. If I put, sorry, this number, this is absolutely fine in the integer range. What do you say? Allowed, na? Such a big number allowed, not allowed? Yeah, it is allowed. Check. Yeah. This is a bigger number. Is it allowed? Yes. A choto number 78, if I give it is a crime. Integer number 2 large. Or Java is weird, ra. You didn't understand in depth. That is the reason Java is weird. You understand all the combinations. Java is literally beautiful, and I am sure all of you will love it. That's my job. Trust is there, Naro? Kirti. Chal. So point is, if you start any number starting with 0, that number is not, provided you have exceeded the range. What if I say I remove the 8? Then will it compile? It's a valid number. If I execute, now what is the number coming? Why? This you will answer. Hold on. Let others also try. What is happening in Java? Let me help you with that. I'll give you a simple scenario. Make sense? Compile, execute. 1 and 0 is not there. Can you see? In the output, 0 is discarded because 0 is the representation of an octal number only. That is not part of the data. Agree? Okay. Let me say 1 1. Now you will start understanding, and suddenly, tin, one bulb will be enlightened. Check. Acha? Why? Anybody can help me understand this? This number is actually written this way. 0 is anyway not their part of the data. Actually, what is the value? 1 and 1, right? So this 1 is actually nothing but, wait a minute. This is 8 raised to the power 0 into 1. And then I will say plus. Here also, what will I say? 8 raised to the power 1. Now 8 raised to the power 1. Here 8 raised to the power 0. Here 8 raised to the power 1 into 1. 8 raised to the power 0 is what? 1. 1 into 1. 8 raised to the power 1. 8. 8. Decide करके बताओ. 8 raised to the power 1 is 1. 8 raised to the power 1 is 8. 8 into 1. Here 8. Here 1. 8 plus 1. Answer is, I hope these kind of exercises you have done in your basic electrical engineering or basic electronics, digital electronics. What was the subject name where you have done it? I don't remember the subject. You would have learned these kind of things in your engineering semesters. Which branch? Oh, CS branch people have no idea about octal numbers, huh? Was there a subject called this where you have done these kind of exercises? Electrical, basic electrical engineering, BW, basic electrical, basic electronics. Yeah, in our time also basic electronics one subject was there. In that we have learned digital number system. This is number formats. Nagu has understood very well. Madam has no idea. Is it? Reason COVID was going on that time. In diploma you would have done it. Huh? In diploma you would have done it, no? Chala, no problem. Anyway, not critically required. If it comes, I'm sure you know how to handle it, right? For me, I just wanted to ensure to represent these combinations. Are you all comfortable? Simple question. If you are starting any number with 0, that's the octal representation. In octal numbers, maximum 0 to 7 digits are allowed. 8 is not allowed. That is the reason this error is coming. What about this one now? This is a valid number. No problem. What about this one? OX means hexadecimal. Maximum alphabet allowed. A, C, E. All of them are allowed. Agree? Uppercase, lowercase, doesn't matter. Here is case insensitive, right? Agree? So will it be allowed? Yes. What about beef? Beef is allowed. And how about read? How about beer is not allowed? Look at the smile. Beer is not allowed in class also. Okay, na? Chaliye. So can I practically implement all of this? Fatafat? Okay, sir. We have seen 078 till now, and this is not allowed. Then we have 777, which should be allowed. No problem. Number is something else is coming. Hope you understand why that number is coming. Agree, na? Okay, sir. Next, what we have seen, 0xf. ACE, store. When I clear the screen, done, sir. Allowed. Now here base is 16. There it was 8. 16 raised to the power 0 into E. That you will calculate, na? I am not gonna teach all these calculations. Pakka? Chaliye. After face, we have beef and beer, right? Then we have, let me store everything in uppercase. Doesn't matter at all. You store in uppercase or lowercase, both are same for us. Agree? Or if I try with, then online folks, are you all comfortable? Oh, semicolon I missed, huh? Yenappa. How come it is giving error, appa? 0x. Obviously, error is supposed to come. R is not allowed. R is not considered at the position of R. See, error is also clearly telling. At the position of R, a semicolon is expected because R is not at all accepted as a hexadecimal value. That is what the error. Agree? Shall I move to the next one? Sure. How about this one now? First one. Now, second one. Second one. Obviously not allowed, right? Reason. Reason. Are somebody was saying not allowed? Now allowed. Already allowed. Hero. There, backside. Salman. Not allowed. Not idea. You tell me one thing. Any number which is suffixed with L, that is a long number. So this 10 is a data type wise which value? Long value, not an integer value anymore. Can I store a long value in a long variable? Of course, no problem. I hope you are clear. How about this one now? This is not allowed. This is a long number, 8 bits, integer, 4 bits. This is not allowed, right? Agree? Vice versa. Bigger the size, small the value. Allowed. Prefix with zeros. Agree, na? Practically, shall I check it? So int, I have taken what value first? 10. Is it allowed? Yes, sir. No problem. If I say then 10L, pardon? Data type as long. Wait a minute. Done. Variable name I can take whichever I want, right? I'm allowed, na? Is it a valid? Too large. Let's check, buddy. What comes, Sanjay? Aila. Long to long, there is no problem, na? Okay, sir. Now the point, last scenario. In a long variable, can I put an integer value or not? Last scenario. In a bigger data type, smaller the value. Long size is how much? 8. Value 4 bytes. Can I put? Vice versa. Here long value is there. What if I try to put in an integer value? Now check. Is this clear? Why lossy conversion, that is clear? Online, Sanjay, others, everybody clear? Everybody? Others as well? Okay, then. There is no problem. Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from long to int. This one is definitely allowed. What about this one? Int I equal to 10b and 10s. Allowed? Everybody except. Allowed, not allowed, madam? Why? Those who are saying allowed. What does it mean by B? Very good. By everybody, huge round of applause. B means, Nana, B. B means B, S means S. B means, S means, are louder. Who is telling all these things to you? When did I tell B means byte, S means short? I told about two things. If you suffix F, then it is float. If you suffix L, then it is long. When did I tell B is byte, S is short? In that case, B is Boolean also there, na? Are you getting my point? So, possible point is whatever possible mistakes may happen in interview. I'm trying to make you do all the mistakes here itself. Interview, you should be aware. If you have practiced whatever scenarios I'm giving, I'm sure while giving interviews, subconsciously your answers will be automatically coming right. And this happens, proven. If you go for interview, automatically answer will start coming. Reason, in classes, we have done so much of practice, and all the classes, every single class, if you would have seen from the day one, those who are attending, every day I make you respond along with me. You have to respond. So you would have responded a particular scenario more than 20, 30 times. Part of your subconscious mind now. You will not make mistake at all, provided you are practicing also. I warn you right now itself, while sitting in class, there is a feel comes, yes, I understood everything. This is there for a few days. If you want to concrete it, 100% solid, if you want to make a concept, unless you practice whatever I'm giving, you have to type the code. And typing is the most important, because specifically I'm talking to the CSIS people, CSIS, MCA, BCA people, because we already in graduation time, we have done some sort of programming. And when we look at this, easy, I understood, others can't even answer, I am answering all the time. This is overconfidence. This is pure overconfidence. If you are not typing the code, you are not learning it 100%. In class, you get, okay, I understood the concept. How long will you remember? No guarantee. If you practice, while practicing, you may end up making here and there mistakes. Errors will come. If you start fixing the errors, that is the pathway of learning programming. Just by sitting in class, you may feel I'm a learning. That's a half knowledge. If you want to completely understand anything, go home, ensure, if possible, which I always encourage in every batch I do it, always form a group of your friend batchmates where you can have a discussion with your batchmates. Whatever happened in class, okay, listen, after the class, in 10 minutes, like, you know, that you watch a particular movie, and if you need to tell to your friend, movies of 3 hours, we'll tell in 10-15 minutes. Happens, right? Same thing. 2 hours of class is there. Let's see how much we understood in today's class. And every class, there is some more other new learning curve with there. You sit with your friend and say, okay, this is what happened today. This is the topic. These are the questions. These are the scenarios. These are the definitions and all. You tell to your friend, let your friend tell to you. Reason why am I telling you this activity, discussion is extremely important, the most critical, especially for the people, those who are not so confident in with respect to communication. Doesn't matter if you learned very well and you cannot tell in an interview. Are you getting my point? I know everything, but I can't tell. Who will select you then? In interview, you have to explain to the interviewer. You have to answer the questions in English only. And if you are already good in communication, you are not a shy person, you are a pretty well-spoken person, there is no problem for you. But this does not happen with everybody. There are many people, those who are shy. You understand that? Whatever I'm telling, are you understanding? I mean, do you see some, like, I'll give you two examples. One example, say, two person are traveling from, say, Bangalore to Chennai, or Bangalore to Hyderabad, Pune, wherever you're traveling. Say, for example, they get into a train. There is a one person who does not talk at all. Go to the train, wherever there is a seat, they go to their seat, put their luggage and sit. They don't talk to anybody. Suppose even if consider there is no era of mobile is not there. In that case also, they'll not prefer to talk to any stranger. They are not comfortable. Good. They are introverts. Those who are not getting so social with everybody. Okay, hi, hello talks. Whereas other end, there is one more friend who cannot sit quiet. As soon as get into the train, find the seat. Hey, hello, namaskara, hello, hi, I'm going to Hyderabad. How about you? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? And let me tell you, by the end of the journey, this person knows everybody. Where are they coming from? Where are they going? Who all are there in their family? Everything. What all happened in their life? Who is earning how much? Who likes what? What is their hobby? What is their favorite dish? Family they have built it. Happens. Have you seen these kind of people? With respect to interview, I'm asking. I mean, first is introvert who does not talk. Second is extrovert who talk quite much. Which one is better? Introvert or extrovert? As per the interview performance, I'm asking. You understood the concept. Introvert who is not comfortable of talking. Extrovert who is like waiting to talk. Martin Malaya. In Kannada we say, right? Martin Malli. Girls. You are only, right? No, good. So you tell me, as from the interview perspective, in order to crack the interview, which one is good to be? Introvert or extrovert? Neither of them. You should not talk too much in interview also. There is a limit. Don't professional. I mean, you have to maintain the professionalism. What is being asked, you answer that and sit quiet. Wait for the next question. They asked one topic, data types. From data types, entire Java. What they ask, you need to answer that only and sit quiet. Let the person ask the next question. If they are asking any question, it's like, actually, basically, you know what? If you keep doing it, this is also not correct. If you're talking too much, that is also not correct. So, especially the people, those who are introvert, those who are of by nature, they are shy people. For them, or those who are not good in talking in English, specifically for them, I would highly request and recommend, please form a group of 3 to 5 people. Less than 3 is not recommended. Less than 5 is dangerous. I mean, more than 5 is dangerous. Why? Why more than 5 is dangerous? Suppose in 5 people are there. In this case, also high chances. You start, what am I asking? After the class, you go home and discuss what happened in class. Agree? We start discussing what happened in class. And you know what happened in class? And then discussion start in next level. That girl, no, started. Personal conversation started. Technical conversation, go to hell. If more the mouth, more the falto discussion will be there. Agree? Less the people, great for us. And less than 3 is also not recommended. Reason, in couple of people of group. Say me and my friend is there, only 2 people are there. I am good at explaining whatever I understood. I can understand whatever happening in class. I understand well. I can explain to the person. One fine day, I fall sick. Other person is there. Understood the class. Did you understand? Yeah, I understood. Explain me what understood. That I can't do. First, I mean, there is possibility. I understood everything, but I don't know how to explain to people. Then, what is the point of having such people in group? Have one more person who can understand as well as explain to you. And humble request from now itself, I'm telling every batch I tell, and people, those who are literally somebody who has never spoken to anybody at all, soft spoken person, shy person, or you literally they don't talk much at all. Even those people, those who have followed this mantra of discussion every single class, 5 minutes or 10 minutes it takes. I'm not even telling go sit in a separate room and have a one-on-one face-to-face, nothing. While walking on street also, if you do it, that is more than enough. While having a cup of tea at nearby place, if you do it, that's great for us. That is great for you. And in this case, whenever say 3-5 people are there, out of these group of people, whomever understand well and can talk well, let that person explain first. Let that person explain, because no matter how well or how nicely I explain, at the end I'm a trainer. Best explanation comes from your friend right before the viva, right before the external viva. We all have done it, right? Before the exam, you don't tell the entire thing. You tell the headings. Later, I know how to narrate stories in between, right? We have done it. Similarly, I'm telling you, say 3 to 5 people are there in group, whomever, as per your group members, okay, this is the person who understands well and can explain us to well. Let that be in your regional language. First, you understand that. Let that person explain. You listen to the concept, what happened in class. And there might be a doubt or gap. Hey, as per me, this is what the concept this person is saying. This will come. As of now, basic topics are there. Moving forward, topics will be, complexity will be increasing. Might be possible I explained, you understood something else, other person understood something else, and I was trying to explain something else. Then when you do discussion, you'll get the class. Extremely important. Those who follow this activity, for them, it's a great help in interview. Because in class, every topic I'll be keep revising it. After the class, once, hardly 10 minutes it takes, hardly 10 minutes. Sincerely sit and talk to your friend. That's all. In whole day, we talk to whole world being on social media. Agree, na? Our college friends, school friends, ex, future Y, so many people we discuss with. Along with your roommate or your batchmate, discuss with them, have a humble conversation, and don't fight in between that. Hey, Nora, I am correct, you are correct. If you have confusion, come to me, I'll correct it. You don't build up your own answers. Like B means bite, S means short. Nah, I never told B means bite, S means short. This is not acceptable. Only two suffixes are allowed, either L or F. Only two prefixes are allowed, 0 or 0x. Let me show you that as well. So if I try to write something with B, uppercase or lowercase doesn't matter. Let me compile. Expecting what? Semicolon. What are you writing? B. Agree? Oops. And trust me, guys, those who have done this activity on daily basis, within a month, you will see in the difference in class. Everybody, I'm telling you, humble request, make this as a, and see, I'm not asking you to bring down moon to earth. Not a rocket science, I'm asking you, right? Like bring the moon to earth. That kind of activity, I'm not telling. 10 minutes and more than 10 minutes, it does not take at all. Best while going, have a discussion, or as soon as you come to the class, initial 10-15 minutes, you are sitting in class. That time also, if you discuss, more than enough. You do it for 1 week. If your performance in class does not improve, then I will talk. Automatically, performance exponentially improves. Concepts you will understand much better way. Just 10 minutes of discussion. I am taking hours of class. That is one side. That 10 minutes of discussion with your friend, next level comfort zone is. Because the kind of comfort zone you have with your friend, you cannot have with anybody else. And we do agree, right? Our in college time, the person who explained before the exam is much better than our actual college professors. You agree, na? Apply here also, please. And try your level best initial days. If you can start somehow conversation, that is enough. But try to explain each other in English, because in interview, there is no option of regional language communication. You have, no matter how good in Telugu or Kannada or Hindi or whatever language you know, in English, in office, English is mandatory to be used. In interview, they expect you to answer in English. And imagine, you know, this few months of time you have studied day and night, whatever task I gave you, did everything. You understood every concept, you know all the programs, everything you know. Just because of a lack of communication skills, if you cannot crack that job, 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs, another person who never studied, he did only one thing. What happened? Okay, this happened. Na? Tap, 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 tap. 10 minutes every day, tap, 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 tap. That's all. Parroting, you understand? Parrot. Whatever happened in class, 10 minutes, parrot activity. That's all. Understood all the concept? No. But does he know answer this question? This is the answer. Might not know the actual practical. I never did practical, but still I know. And if he or she get the job, whom you were explaining till now, just because of lack of communication, people get rejected in interviews. Every batch this happens, and later they suffer. I mean, previous batch where I was teaching, there was a person who got rejected in TechM. Excellent boy, super. He was from Tirupati, Telugu guy. Was a very good college, Sri Venkateshwar College or some very good college he's from. Only problem is You ask in Telugu, hours and hours I'll explain. With reason, with proof, all the practical combination I'll explain. Ask in English, thank you, sir, I'll leave. From the day one when the batch started, now like I'm interacting with you, in that batch also I told the same thing. And if or at all, I mean, you will be also having doubt. If at all he ever had a doubt, he always asked in Telugu. I had been insisting, please ask in English. If your grammar is wrong, I'll correct it. I'll correct the right. You tell what is the concept or question you have. I'll tell it. You repeat along with. This is the only way to learn. If you talk in English, then only you'll be able to become comfortable. And if you're not talking, you will start suffering. Please start doing it. That person lost the job Tech Mahindra. That to be when all the technical rounds, any question, whichever was, they were like, sir, even in my dream, I mean, half asleep, I am there. In midnight, 2, 3, if you ask, I can solve these questions. Just don't ask in English. You ask me, if you give a question, ask me to write, I'll write and give you, sir. I cannot tell in English. Only one problem. Lost the job, his girlfriend in Tech Mahindra. And both are my students only, so I knew, see, what you are doing, we have done it. Okay, na? By looking at each other, we do understand that. I was like, now he's like, sir, she got the job. Why something happening wrong with me? Why God is doing with me? Macha, you didn't follow the instruction I gave from the day one. He always explained. He was the one who used to explain her in Telugu. Madam was smart in English, not in programming. She is not good at programming. But you ask anything, she will narrate half an hour story in English. This guy will tell 2 hours of story in Telugu. What is the moral of the story? The more you practice now, you'll be performing better in English. Shall we proceed? Of course. Let's get back to our discussion. These are not allowed. Issues are there. Let's move to the next. Read along with me. While assigning integer literals to byte or short, value within the range automatically acceptable. You don't need to do a suffix at all. If it is value is it in the range, then no problem. Most importantly, then anyway not acceptable, right? This is not going to acceptable. If it is in the range, you don't need to give B or S anything. Automatically compiler will take care. Agree? Shall I move? What about this one? Not allowed, huh? Error. Integer, binary. Error, you tell me correctly. Incompatible types. Possible lossy conversion from. Agree? No confusion at all. This one. But what if I want to store this number somehow into this? Somehow I want to store by 128 in byte. Then I want to store positive 128. Although it is not in range, I know it. Then there is a concept will come called typecasting. Arey, ruko yaar. There is a concept called typecasting will come. We will discuss it next after this one. Am I clear? Shall I clear? Proceed. This is the concept. Oh, wait a minute, yaar. I mean, this slide. I mean, typecasting I have not discussed yet. Let me complete the literals, then I'll come back to typecasting. Then I'll explain this slide. Okay, na? Just give me a moment. I'll stop sharing first of all, and also say echo. Just a moment, guys. Now, let me talk about floating literals. Okay, so integral literals we have discussed. Let's talk about floating point literals. Means any number which have some decimal in it. What are the data types? These are the two data types called as floating point literal data types. Agree? Moving forward, you tell me. First one. Allowed, not allowed? Why? What is the problem? Decimal is there now. By default, any decimal number is considered as double. Where are you trying to store? Size of double, 8. Size of float. This is what the problem. Are you with me? In this case, error will come. Exact error. Can you please help? Possible lossy conversion from. Am I right? Chaliye. Next one. There is no issue. Double value, double data type. How about this one? What is this type of value? F means float, uppercase, lowercase. Any case. This is acceptable. Let me practically show you that as well. This is integral literal. Let me create a class floating point literals demo. Let there be any length. Okay, na? Chaliye. Opening. How about others? Huh? Only 2 people are here to crack interview. Remaining, you'll eat sweets given by them after the interviews. Are hi na? Respond along with me. Public static void main string array of args and then endpoint 50. Am I right? System dot out dot print of f. Let me is there na? Let me save it. Done. Let's. Let me complete. Chaliye. Now, incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from. Done. Okay, then if I say double, will it work? Answer will be F is there, no? I just change the type. Zero will be ignored. We know very well. Since school we are learning, right? Okay, sir. Now next. F I need to suffix n, mark it float, right? Oops. Mark it float and F. Will this work now? Done. Same value is not changing, right? Okay, sir. Comfortable? Both are acceptable, no problem. F means suffix mandatory, else error will come. Else it will not be treated as a floating value. Next. First one. Second one. Third. This is allowed. Java is like that. What to do? If you for floating values, suffixes are allowed. If you write D, that represents a double number. Already it is a double number. If you represent D in lowercase, also double number representation, already it's a double. Are you with me? Am I clear? Shall I practically show you? Float F, same thing is there. I just need to change the case. Am I right? This also will work. Done. Okay. Then comes what next? Double D. And rather than this capital D, I will put. Shall I try? Compilation successful, output is also same. I mean, even if you write D, does it make any sense? No. Reason, it is already treated as double value. Even if you do it or you don't do it, doesn't matter. Case sensitivity is not there at all. If I write uppercase or lowercase. Online folks, are you comfortable? L. Then decimal value cannot be represented as long 1. And wait a minute, let me do one thing. Wait a minute. Oops. What if this way? Number does not have a decimal, integer number. I'm saying D. In this case, array 10.0. Number by default does not have a decimal. I am telling, although it is an integer number, treat it as D, double number. Since double number is there, if decimal is not there, 0.0 will be suffix. Mathematically, same meaning is there, right? 10 or 10.0, same thing is there. Agree? One combination. And next combination, what madam was asking, what if point value is there and I make it long? Agree? Here L is not even expected, na? Like B or S. Agree? Shall I move to the next slide? Online folks, are you all comfortable with integral literals as well as floating point literals? Everybody? Everybody respond quickly. Are you all comfortable? Faster. Let's move forward. This is optional. What? D is optional anyways, right? Now you tell me this. First one, int I equal to 10.5 D. Online folks, will it work? Will it work? Sure. How about second one? Second will work. First one error will be what? Incompatible types. Possible lossy condition. Agree? No confusion in that. Second one works, no problem. Sure. I told you na that floating values and all we'll discuss. Chali. When I said 10.5 E2, E means exponential value power 2. This actually means, this is allowed, although this actually means what? 10.5 into 10 raised to the power 2. In that case, am I not telling 10.5 into 100? In that case, value will become 1050. Make sense? Shall I try this one? Double D or double value 10.5 E2. Done. And I'm expecting 1050.0, right? Absolutely fine. No confusion at all. Okay. Now try. And twist and tails will be there. Don't blindly jump and answer. Everywhere apply the logic what you have learned. Don't be in a hurry to answer. Apply logics. Allowed. No confusion. Online folks, allowed. First one. How about second one? Allowed. Anybody who said not allowed? Except first row says not allowed. How about others? Individually you tie. Online folks, allowed, not allowed? Second one. Arun says yes. Why? Allowed, not allowed? That's better. If you say not allowed, why will come? Hi. Anybody? Boys, allowed, not allowed? No problem. No need to. because D is written. I'll come to you also. Hold on. Kirti, can you explain? See, you know the answer. I'm 100% sure about it. If you can't explain, what is the point? Try. It's okay if it is wrong. What is your regional language? What is your mother tongue? ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಿ. ಡಿ ಹಾಕಿದಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡಿ ಹಾಕ್ದಿದ್ರು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹಾಕ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ತಾನೆ ಆಪ್ಷನಲ್ ಇದೆ ರೀಸೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದೀವಿ ನಾಟ್ ಅಲೌಡ್ I mean, when I'm talking to somebody, I want pin drop silence in my class. That's like disrespecting the person as well as me. I want to listen to the person. Because of your discussions, I'm not able to listen. Clear? Final warning, you're not supposed to talk in between the class when discussion. Clear? Pratibha, right? This is the problem. If you put a 0 in front of anything, then it is an in octal. What is the problem? Number 7 is maximum. Cannot store, right? Octal numbers cannot be represented as a decimal numbers. Is that your answer? Okay. How about you, Lalima? Arey, you said not allowed, right? Then online folks, allowed. Everybody said allowed. Very good, guys. It is allowed if you write 0 as a prefix to a number which has a decimal. Then it is not considered as an octal number. Octal, decimal, hexadecimal, all these allowed only for the integral literals, not for the floating. These are floating point literals, right? For floating point literals, there is no concept of octal or hexadecimal. Is this what you wanted to say also? Discussion is mandatory for QT. So is there any batchmate who stays with you? In touch with anybody? Okay then. Shall I talk about next one? What do you think about this one? 0x10.50d. What does it mean? Hexadecimal value. Can I represent a floating point value as a hexadecimal base? Nah. This x doesn't even mean. Here, this was a 0, which was acceptable as a number, which does not have any significance at all. So it will be 10.5. Agree, na? First value, there is no confusion. Second value onwards, we will discuss. Here, if I put a 0, what happens? Agree? Agree? That octal concept applicable only for the integral literals, integer values. Agree? Okay. In that case, what if I say next value is what? 0x. What if I put a x? Lowercase, uppercase doesn't matter. Agree? Read. Malformed, which is not even correct form. Incorrect format of the floating point literal. Simple. Malformed floating point literal. Are you getting my point? This is not the way to represent the floating point literals. Agree? Let's see that. Here also malformed format for this one. Error. Agree? Same error we have also seen. Agree? Now try. First one. Everybody. Online folks. Everybody. D1. Allowed. Oh, it's not visible. Huh? First one, fast, everybody. Only one person responding. Very good. Arun, can you please unmute if possible? Can you please unmute, Arun?
Yes, sir.
I mean, tell me the reason, at least type in chat and tell me the reasons why it is not allowed. Others, allowed, not allowed? Obviously allowed, right? Apply logic. Double value, what value you are trying to put? An integer value which start with 0, which means any value which start with 0 doesn't have decimal. Any number which does not have decimal is an integral literal, right? If it starts with 0, in octal it is allowed. 0 to 8 is allowed. Yes, sir. For double values. Here it is a double value. Any number which does not have a decimal by default? Arey wow. Any number which does not have a decimal is integer. In integer, if number starts with 0, then it is octal. In octal 8 is not allowed, right? Here, any number which has a decimal by default will be treated as double value, whether it is suffixed or not. Still, it is double. In double, if you start with 0, there is no octal concept at all. Agree? In this case, this will. Very good, Arun. Only one person correctly responded. This is integer number too large. Shall I practically show you? Trust is not there on trainer, huh? Chalo. 0, 8. See, where you are storing double. What you are storing? Integer. Start with 0. Octal number. 8 is. Agree? Topic is literal, not the data type now. Okay. Shall I compile? See, integer number too large. Story over. How about last one? Array in double data type I'm storing. Are you feeling little? Yeah. That is not the reason I've created the slide this way. Let me see. Let's see. In interview, they will be confusing you. They'll be asking questions which leads to confusion. You stick to the concept. What is the data you are storing? Double. What is the value you are trying to store? Does it has a decimal? Does it has a decimal? In that case, hexadecimal concept will be applicable. Yes, no? Yes. 0x means hexadecimal. Ignore. B, is it a valid? Yes. E is valid. T is valid. So bed is allowed in class also. Okay, na? Shall I move? So here it will be X bid. Right? Let me compile and floating point data type. Literals. Number, whatever is coming, that calculation you will do it. Done? Concept is clear now. Okay. Online folks, are you all clear? Very good, Arun man. Excellent answers you are giving, Arun. You have recently joined and very good answers you are giving. Hats off. I mean, claps to you. Even online, offline people are also clapping. Arun, good job, man. Chaliye, move to the next question. This is allowed. How about this one? Now nobody will make mistake. In previous class, I had an iron rod in class. If you make mistake. Allowed, not. First one, allowed, not allowed. Talk about first one. First one. Online folks, first one. Online folks. If everybody is saying allowed, why do I need to worry here? Talk about second one. Second one. Of course, not allowed. How about online folks? Second one. Not allowed. You type N is also enough. Perfect. I hope you know the reason very well. Tell me the reason. Malformed floating point literal, malformed. Agree? Because this hexadecimal representation is not allowed for the floating point literals. That's all. Agree? I hope you can handle now. Sure. Welcome to Java. ఏంట్రా ఇది? By the way, underscore and dollar are allowed. You know that, right? And I'm using underscore. Is it recommended? Not recommended? Yes, it is highly recommended. You know, I mean, in our Indian way of writing, if I need to tell, by the way, am I using? Okay. Suppose if I write a number 1,35,729, right number? 1,35,729. Agree? Is it better this way or 1,35,729? Which one is better? Reason I have put a decimal. That is the reason. Because of the comma separator. Agree, na? So similarly, now don't tell me to put a comma into the numbers in Java. That is not possible. As a special symbol, comma is anyway not allowed. Comma should not gonna come in any program for us. This is not possible. To represent whenever you are working in a investment banking firms. Anybody heard some investment banking firms? Goldman Sachs, one of the biggest companies. JP Morgan, one of the big. I mean, if you get into the investment banking firms, your package will start 40, 50 above as a fresher in Java. Bare minimum, if market is not in that good position right now, still at least 20, 25 is nowhere. Less than that, you will not. They will only not give. It's a disgrace for them. Less than this, we can't pay. You have to accept this much. In such job, you will be dealing with huge numbers. To distinguish, we will be using underscore between the digits. Underscore between the digits. What does it mean? If any number which start with digit, like if you see the fourth one, underscore 1, not allowed. Underscore is allowed only between the digits. Agree? Fourth one, not allowed. Like this, other combinations are coming. First one, you see. First underscore in between 1 and 2 allowed. In between 3 and 4 allowed. 7, 8 and 9 allowed. First one is no problem. Agree? Usually first one never has a problem. Number is correct. Agree? But while printing, all the underscores are ignored. Can you observe? Agree? How about this one? Second one, allowed. All 3 underscores are coming between the digits, which is allowed. No problem. Agree? Now tell. Sir, multiple allowed. Reason, it is for programmers readability. It is for programmers readability. It is there. Anyway, while compiling and proceeding further, you remember there was a component called bytecode optimizer. Those who are attending from the day one and others also, I asked you to check the recordings. What are the components are there in JRE, madam? This weekend is the last date to revise all the topics happened. Everybody, even online folks, is that clear? Online folks, whatever pending lectures are there, as a web series, sit and complete all of them in double speed if you want. Theory lectures are there. You must know them. There is a component called bytecode optimizer. What does it do internally? We'll discuss. That is, somebody will remove all the before it goes for execution. That is the reason in execution that is not there. And compiler, it will simply ignore them. It will not even consider, provided they are in between the digits. Agree? That is the reason you put 1 underscore or any number of underscore, all of them are allowed. Next, starting with underscore is not allowed. This is not allowed. Agree? Okay, sir. How about this one? Now, after 3 underscore and decimal is there. In between the digits only underscore should be there. Agree? This is also not allowed. You listen to the discussion very carefully. In between the digits underscore allowed. That's the only one concept. In between the digits allowed. Agree? Next. How about this one? Agree? Which one, Appa? This one, right? Not allowed because after decimal there is a underscore. Not allowed. How about last one? Online folks, last one. Online folks. Everybody. Online folks, last one. Only Arun is responding. Sanjay? Ah, good. Nilofer is not there today. Nilofer? Not a single response? Ah, good. Of course, not allowed. Shall I practically show you? Or you can try this one. I mean, there is nothing much. But at least one I will try. One or two I will try for sake of explanation. In this case, 1 underscore, only underscore, hey Bhagwan. 2.3 underscore 4. This is allowed or not? Let's check it. I mean, all the combinations you can try by yourself. Very good. Variable f is already declared. That is other different. Hey Bhagwan. Multiple variables with same name not allowed. That is the reason. Underscores are ignored. Agree? If I say this way, when decimal is not there, no problem. Because this doesn't even go for execution. Agree? Shall I proceed? This is also not allowed. Perfect. What's the time now? 10 minutes are left over. Shall I take Boolean values now only? Shall I complete? At least Boolean. Character will start tomorrow. Okay, na? And task for the day. Stare at me only. What is the task for the day I gave? Form a group. Form a group. WhatsApp group. Form your pair. Find your crush. Task for the day. Find your crush. Start taking their numbers. WhatsApp them. Insta them. Snap them. Find the crush. Akka? That is absolutely not the task. That is long ago. ASCII value. What is ASCII? Apart from full form, you will find in it. Apart from full form. Full form, I know. And you also will know by tomorrow. Ensure you read the full form, but not just the full form, apart from that as well. Let's proceed. Have a look. First one. Valid. First one allowed. Everybody online. Hey, Bhagwan. First one allowed. Second one. Second one online, folks. Okay. Reason. Incompatible types. Int cannot be converted to Boolean. Boolean cannot be converted to int. Int cannot be converted to Boolean. Same. Vice versa, right? Over here. Third one. This is absolutely not acceptable. Cannot find symbol at all. Agree? Fourth one. Online folks, fourth one. String cannot be converted to Boolean. By the way, can I say, online folks, I don't expect you to type the whole error, but are you familiar with, in this scenario, what error gonna come? Exactly, can you tell? Yes or no? Online folks. Everybody. In this last scenario, what error gonna come? Are you gonna predict? Yes, no? Fast. If you can't predict, that is also fine. Respond. Great. Thank you. Character literals will do it tomorrow. Enough for the day, because All this needs to be practically implemented by each one of you. And online folks, don't be in a dilemma. Huh, I'm online. How can sir will check my code? I will ask you to share the screen also. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll not do it because you'll practice and come. Any random day, I can ask anybody. Offline people, show your laptop. Online people, share your screen. And if you think that time I'll run away from meeting, I'll block you for all the topics. You do masti with me, I'll give you back. Is that clear, online folks? By the way, I'll mark your attendance without fail. I'll share the screen. Okay. And proceed further. Mark your attendance without